Please be advised that everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to please do your own research. All media users found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings.
Hello everybody, hi, hello. We had some flooding in my house. It's not as major as it sounds, but very annoying, and it's no doubt going to turn out to be expensive. So yesterday, we've got a conservatory, as some of you have seen from the photographs I share of my dogs lying out there. Well, my dog Chia, she came in and it was the evening time and she had wet paws. And I looked and I was thinking, she's been outside. Go in the conservatory, massive pool of water. Basically, yesterday in the UK, we had torrential rain. The gutters were flooding, the drains were coming up. It was almost like biblical rain. And we now have a hole somewhere in the conservatory roof. So now we've got to wait till another rainstorm comes, put lots of newspaper down and just keep an eye on it, see if we can work out where that drip is coming from. If anyone else has a tip how to find out where to find the leaky bit in your conservatory, please let me know in the comments section. I hope you're all doing really well. This is an exciting week for the royal news. Obviously, everyone is getting ready for Thursday. What a circus that has turned out to be. Nice one, Harry. You have managed to turn the wonderful, lovely, sweet gesture of unveiling a memorial for your mother into a circus. They've already restricted the number of people that are going there, which is really, really sad. William and Catherine released to the media that they have actually gone to view the statue, or they're going to view the statue as a family for a private moment with them and the children. I did tweet about this because I was like, that's so sad when you think about what it could be. William is going to go view the statue with his family in privacy, which is lovely, and he can explain to the children that that's their grandmother. Harry has no wife with him, no children with him. He will not be going to see the statue with his family, with his brother or anything. Harry is taking his own reporter. And as much as I laugh about it, I just think that's really, really sad. It would be very, very sad for Diana to see the sorry state of affairs, which is the brothers' relationship of late. Now, I have done a wonderful all-rounder sort of more of the other royals video coming to you for the next video. But this video, something happened, and I had promised doing this video a long time ago, and I'd written it out mostly, but it was just other stuff kept coming up. You know what it's like. It's just gossip, gossip, gossip all the time. So I try and stay on top of the current news. But what happened, which made me go, do you know what? I am going to put this out there. And I know initially you guys are thinking she's lost it. She's gone nuts. Bear with me on this one. So what triggered me was, this is known as Holyrood Week. The Queen and Prince William are doing a week tour up in Scotland. Holyrood Week is also known as Royal Week. It is in the Queen's calendar that she does annually between the end of June and July, where she goes around and visits various different communities. She hosts lots of people at reception at Holyrood Palace, and just generally spends the week reminding the rest of the world why we love Scotland. So naturally, when this is all going on, when we've had positive media to do with the royal family, on pretty much the first initial day of this tour, where it was really big, it was in the newspapers, up pops Harry. It's Harry giving a speech to do with the Diana Awards. Had to get it in there, didn't he? Something in before the unveiling of his mother's statue. Now, the saddest thing about this, it's predictable because it's just done for attention. It's purely done, William and the Queen are in the newspaper, quick, we've got to get something out. You can tell from the video it was filmed in California, in their home, because you can see the corner of the picture where Harry and Meghan usually like to film on the sofa, don't they, with those bird's nest, weird, creepy pictures. But naturally, the video got released on a very important day for the Queen and Prince William. We see you, Harry. We know what you're doing. So this is why this video is about how I think that Harry and Meghan genuinely have improved the image of the monarchy. They have actually made people like the monarchy even more. And this is why I'm no longer angry every time I see Harry and Meghan doing something like this. I'm like, given the stage, given the microphone. You can't deny that Harry and Meghan, since they first started dating, it has been drama, 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 drama. And that has attracted a crowd of people. Harry and Meghan are absolutely read about a lot all across the world, but it's generally more like car crash TV. People are like, what have they done now? You've got the fans that love them, but then you've also got the people that love to hate them. Obviously, there's bits where they have really done some awful things, what with Prince Philip being so ill and the way that they did that Oprah interview and stuff. I don't think that is entertaining, but just generally watching them self-destruct, I'm finding absolutely hilarious. hilarious. How many of us do massive eye rolls when a news story comes out, but we still read it, even if we're going to tut about it and then moan about it when we're down the hairdressers or chatting to friends and family about it? They are a point of conversation. They do attract attention. It's obviously more in a bad way than I'd say in a positive way. I don't think any of us have ever watched anything play out on the screens with other famous people to see something that is, they are so hypocritical. It's the words that come out of their mouth. It's like, how can you literally say that and behave this way? It's comedic. They literally are writing their own comedy script. The Duke and Duchess of Mayhem instead of Dukes of Hazzard. Carry on, Duchess. There's so many different ways you can go with it, and it's not in a very flattering light. When we look back of when they first started dating, right, we had all the set-up paparazzi shots. Anyone that's ever read a celebrity magazine or read junk magazines, or even if you just read the celebrity gossip bits in newspapers, we knew she was setting up those paparazzi shots, and it made people go, oh, do you know what? I'm really glad that none of Harry's previous girlfriends did that, or I'm really glad that Catherine didn't do that. And it's a bit tacky and it's a bit chavvy, isn't it, for a woman, especially someone that she wasn't a Hollywood actress, she was a cable TV actress, and all of a sudden she's dating a prince. You'd think that she'd be a little bit classy about it, but no, here she is, absolutely posing up a storm. Her paparazzi poses are so cheesy. She actually makes the cast of The Only Way is Essex look like that they are actually candid, natural shots. But then for Harry and Meghan to have done that big thing where, leave my girlfriend alone. Well, Harry, not many people actually knew she was your girlfriend, to be fair. We just thought she might have been a bit of a bed warmer, a bit of a fling. But no, leave my girlfriend alone. Stop racially attacking and abusing my girlfriend. No one really was. No one really cared, Harry. Sorry. But then for Meghan to then have gone on to do the Vanity Fair wild about Harry. Completely contradicting yourself. Don't look at us. Look at us. Don't follow us. Adore me. We want privacy. We want this to be for us. Here I am on a magazine shoot, dressed like a princess. But this is where it turned into a positive for the royal family. Because Meghan was constantly complaining about the harassment and everything that she was having done to her, which, well, turned out not really true. The media, newspaper reporters, the television programs, they all started reminding us of actual footage and actual proper harassment that was actually done to Catherine. You know, photographers chasing her down the street just like Diana. Did you ever see that happen with Meghan? No, you did not. Did you see Meghan marching outside the front of Kensington Palace trying to get Pat? Yeah, you did. She wasn't being chased down to her car, was she? No, of course she wasn't. Camilla literally got hounded for years because of the whole affair thing. Some people still don't like Camilla, but she absolutely got death threats. She got the worst. She had people like throw stuff at cars when she was in there with Prince Charles. Absolutely vile, the things that other members of the royal family have been through. And then when you think, well, Meghan, where is your evidence for you actually being treated like this? But as I said, the more that they've moaned, the more it's made people go like, oh, actually, I'm really glad the rest of the royals are not like that. Could you imagine if they were all demanding divas? Thank God William was born first and he met Catherine. Could you imagine? Then you had the engagement pictures, didn't you, of Harry and Meghan? And I'm sorry, it looks like a film trailer, doesn't it? It looks like one of those big cheesy Hollywood posters that you used to get at the local cinema for watching a new film that was coming out. It wasn't natural, it was contrived. It wasn't regal because, you know, you do have very classy, normal ones that the royal family pose for. All of the engagement shots. Yes, of course, they wanted to do their own style to it. Princess Beatrice had some lovely ones that she released. But the official ones to come out should have just been the standard ones, rather than Meghan swanning around in a £56,000 princess dress. Wow. And the worst it was all mesh. Apart from a few gold sequins, she looked like that she was topless. Of course that was going to draw attention. It wasn't particularly classy or something that should have been used as a royal engagement dress, or generally an engagement dress for most people. But it showed that it was all about the money then, wasn't it? No expense will be spared. Meghan, literally when we first met her, looked so down to earth in her jeans and her white shirt and stuff. And we thought, oh yeah, do you know what? She's going to be really casual, really down to earth like Harry. Yeah, she proved us wrong pretty quickly on that one, didn't she? The spending got so out of hand, it was crazy. Some people defended it, that she needed a wardrobe fit for a duchess. Yeah, fit for a duchess, not walking around in a £100,000 maternity dress that, I'm sorry, not sorry. It looked like it was someone's curtains with some really badly stitched diamantes on them. This is spending money to extreme excesses. Yes, we've seen Catherine wear expensive pieces, but we also see Catherine wear her clothes over and over and over. And I really wish the media would stop calling it recycling. It's just called re-wearing your clothes. We all do it. Normal people do it. But again, this is where it was starting to make people go, I'm really grateful the way that Catherine behaves. They tried to feed us, didn't they, that Meghan was this star quality. She was outshining everyone. No, she came across as rude, and it started making people think, oh, they might call Catherine boring, or they might say that, oh, she's just the little wife. No, she's not. William and Catherine were so respectful on joint engagements. And then even when they accompany each other to the other person's engagement, like if it's Catherine's engagement, William lets her take centre stage. He touches her back, he guides her through, he's polite, he lets Catherine introduce him to people, and Catherine does the same. All of the other members of the royal family, and I'm sorry, it goes outside members of the royal family. There is no way that I would behave in a public environment the way that Meghan did with Harry. Shoving him out the way, charging in front, literally pushing him to the back so he was stood there completely lost and silent. They tried to say, oh, Meghan was a feminist. No, that's just downright rude. And again, the appreciation levels shot up for Catherine and William. Harry and Meghan constantly attacking people has worked in the royal family's favour. Even up until recently, all the bullying allegations that are coming out against Meghan, do you know what Harry and Meghan have said? They said it's because the staff didn't do their job properly. They're actually writing up their own dossier to prove that they were justified in the way they treated their staff. Wow, spoken like a true bully. And again, give them the microphone, give them the stage, because they are the ones that make themselves look worse. The worse Meghan seemed to behave on engagements, the more people that actually tuned in, because people were actually watching it like, what's she going to do now? What's going to happen next? So there was more of an interest that was becoming, people were becoming more interested, and the younger generations were actually going about, oh, this has turned into a bit like a Kardashian show. And initially I thought that that was damaging to the monarchy, but now I can see the positivity that it's actually brought, because it has given more people more interest in tuning into the royal family, but it's also made them appreciate the real royals and not this usurper that came in that wanted to modernise the monarchy, that actually made us all realise, if that's what you call modernising the monarchy, then sorry love, we don't want it. Megxit. Catherine and William keep that mystery, that kind of decorum, social etiquette that we love. For me, when I watch Catherine and William out and about, when they're meeting people independently and together, it's like watching an old-fashioned film like My Fair Lady. There's something very romantic and old-worldly about it. Some people might call it old-fashioned, but I love that. My husband treats me like that, and it's just a shame when you see so many things now. They call it feminism and stuff, what Meghan was doing, but no, she was making Harry a lesser person. Harry was becoming second fiddle to Meghan's own ego. Harry is now a shadow of the person that he was before he met her. People used to like Harry. People don't like Harry anymore. When they had the stage of going to South Africa and they decided to do that Tom Bradby, said it, they did that Tom Bradby twice interview, where they actually stood there in one of the poorest countries in the world that really has suffered and is still suffering on a daily basis, with murders a daily occurrence, people starving, evil regimes, and they stood there and made out how bad their life was, because Meghan, no one had asked Meghan if she was okay. That was when the sympathy card started, and it's like, you really are, again, tone deaf. Any time that they have been given a microphone away from the controls of the royal family and palace aides, they have totally cocked it up. So, as I've said several points in this video, keep giving them the microphone. When Megxit happened, it didn't come that much of a shock, right? They weren't right for the royal roles. They didn't want it. They wanted to leave, reportedly. I don't think that's entirely true now, do you? But it wasn't the fact that they left. It was how they did it. They conned, they connived, they lied. They had paid for security while they were living it up in someone's Canadian beautiful mansion. They were lying to the Canadians, saying that they wanted to live out there, they wanted the quiet life. They lied to people to get people to go, oh, I understand why they want to leave, yes, but they didn't want to leave. They've told so many lies, they unravel on a weekly basis. They can't keep up with the different version of events that we hear on a regular basis. They said they wanted to escape the fishbowl that was the royal family. The only fishbowl of negative press that they were in was the drama that they had created. They did all of it to themselves. They courted the drama, the attention. They did everything that they could to go against every protocol, everything that was expected of them. They went against it. That's not someone trying to fit in. That's not someone that's trying to make an impression or someone that wanted to stay long term in a job. Could you imagine joining a company going, not wearing a uniform, not listening to any rules that you have. You can shove your health and safety up your butt. I'm not reporting to the manager. I want my salary paid to me on a regular basis. I want all the perks and I'm going to do none of the work. If you didn't actually physically get someone's foot up your bottom, it would have been definitely sling your hook. All the games and secrecy and all of the nonsense they did over Meghan's first pregnancy with Archie. They had the hiding where she was going to give birth, when she was going to give birth. People were like, well, it's her right to do that. Yes, it was their right to do it. But why announce it to the world? We're announcing to the world that we're going to hide every bit of information about our child. Well, you just don't release the information. It's like all these pictures that they do with the back of their head, or it's a hand or it's a foot. If you want to give your child privacy, don't release any pictures. They have done that all themselves. It's drama. It is almost Z-list attention-seeking behaviour. But again, this is where it works in a positive light for the rest of the royal family, especially Catherine and William, by sharing their children's, their milestones, when they were born. It's been absolutely lovely, and the public has grown to build up their own kind of, I wouldn't say far as relationship, but they appreciate the family. I genuinely look forward to seeing a new photograph. I get excited. It's like, oh, yep, it's one of their birthdays. And, you see them out and about. And for the monarchy to continue and survive, they have to have the public support. And I love the way that Catherine is not just releasing official portraits, she releases personal candid pictures that she's taken herself. We see a lot more natural pictures, and this is what Diana actually started doing with William and with Harry. She released more pictures and more family stuff and the public fell in love with Harry and William, so much so that's why the world was so devastated when Diana passed, but it was more to do with those boys. Harry might have turned around and said recently that he was upset because it was his mum and people didn't have the right to grieve over his mum. People were upset for Harry. And if the public didn't love them as much as they did when they were children, Harry wouldn't have got away with publicly as much as he had. People did forgive him for a lot of things, but that's only because we had still that image of that 11-year-old boy walking behind his mother's coffin. The public have been so forgiving of Harry, but he has pushed it way too far. Another reason why I think it's been good for the monarchy, the more protocols that Harry and Meghan broke, the more lies that they've said from Oprah, the Me You Can't See, about the awful childhood that he had, the reason why Archie's not being a prince. It's all got debunked and it's all been explained. So the media and the royal family are putting out more information to do with the royal family, explaining these procedures are in place, these protocols are in place. It's not just Harry and Meghan or Archie and Lily that this affects various members of the royal family. So again, with Harry and Meghan making so many lies up about the monarchy, there are so many stories that are coming out debunking their lies, and people are beginning to learn things that they perhaps previously didn't know about the monarchy. Harry and Meghan have shown themselves to be completely selfish. They did not care about duty, and even now with all of the complaints that are coming out that they're not honouring any of their contracts, which I will cover in my next video, they are expecting a lot of money for very, very, very little in return. So in a great way, I think what we've happened with Megxit, then you had the Oprah tell-all, the Me You Can't See, plus talking to Dax Shepard, the James Corden, all of the things that they have spoken about, especially just been this year, they've overloaded the public. They've overloaded themselves. People have reached a point where whilst we might read about it, no one is feeling sympathy for them anymore. You might have a few of the woke celebrities that still believe all of this nonsense they come out with, but you listen to Harry talking now. He just parrot fashions everything that Meghan said. It is just buzzwords. It doesn't mean anything. They have no substance to them. Harry has shown his true colours, his absolute lack of character, and how easily he can betray his family. Because this shows how weak-minded Harry clearly is, to be manipulated so much so. But he has also been shown to be a very, very nasty, bitter person. So Meghan, in a way, she's done us a favour, because Harry could have turned out like this when William was on the throne and had the opportunity to cause some real serious damage. So as I said, Meghan's done us all a favour because she's cleared out the weakest link very early on. Sophie and Edward have been elevated now to a more of a prominent role, and the Queen's future of the monarchy, when we saw that at Christmas, that to me looks like a team. They are all going to work together. They are a close-knit family. They obviously all very much clearly love each other. You can see that at engagements and events when they have fun. It's fantastic, and I can see it definitely continuing with a lot more of the public support. So yes, I do believe that Harry and Meghan have actually improved the public's opinion of the monarchy. I think that they have drawn in a bigger audience, whether it's been positive or negative how they've done it, but more people appreciate the royal family. The reason why I say this, and I have more confidence in this, is because when we truly thought that Harry and Meghan stood a serious chance of taking down the monarchy, it made us all come together and realise how much we actually wanted to keep them. So I've lost count of the amount of times I've said this in this video, but I'm sure you can all say it with me now. Give them a microphone, give them a stage. The more that they talk, the more that they make the royal family look fabulous, and the more that Harry and Meghan literally destroy their own brand. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be back with another video soon. Take care for now, guys. Bye.
If you like my video, please remember to like and subscribe. Please, angry typists, you will be blocked, so save your fingers the time. If you would like to buy me a coffee, please go to my About page and click the link. Love, Taz.